Welcome to the unit on measures of location and spread. In this unit, we will be looking at key concepts through review exercises. The objectives for this session are to review previous topics through exercises, namely, categorize data according to data type, namely quantitative, discrete or continuous, or qualitative, nominal or ordinal, and find the mean, median, mode and range of a set of data. Pause the video and have a go at these review exercises. When you are ready to view the solutions, press play. Let's now remind ourselves of some of the definitions associated with data. So suppose that we have data. It is, broadly speaking, split into two categories: either quantitative, which is numerical, or qualitative, which is non-numeric. Quantitative data is again further split into two categories: either discrete data, in other words, data which can be expressed precisely, such as number of hats, number of people in a room, etc. Or continuous data. This is data which can take any value in a given range. So we can take examples such as height and weight, etc. Qualitative data is also split into two broad categories. Ordinal data. This is data which has a natural ordering. It's not numeric, but we can put it in some kind of order. So, for example, exam grade. We can classify it as A, B, C, D, and so on. And the other category for qualitative data is nominal data. This is data which has no implicit ordering whatsoever. So, favourite colour, the colour of a car, and so on. Now let's take a look at some exercises. Review exercise 1A. Specify whether hair colour is quantitative or qualitative. Clearly, hair colour is non-numeric, therefore it's qualitative. And review exercise 1B. Specify whether kilometres travelled by a car is quantitative or qualitative. Clearly we need numbers here, so it's quantitative data. 1C. Specify whether favourite sport is quantitative or qualitative. Again, this is non-numeric data, so it's qualitative. And finally, 1D, specify whether number of siblings is quantitative or qualitative. Again, we have numbers involved here, so it's quantitative data. And now for review exercise 2. The number of cars owned is discrete data. It's specific, we can't take it to extra degrees of accuracy. So we can't, for example, say 2.3 cars. Distance travelled by children walking to school is continuous data. This is data which we can take to extra degrees of accuracy. So, for example, if we're talking about kilometres, 3.2 kilometres, 3.24 kilometres, and so on. Daily intake of water in litres per day is again also continuous data. Again, we can take this to extra degrees of accuracy. And number of chocolate bars consumed per week. Again, this is numeric data and it's discrete data. And finally, time taken to type a page of notes. Again, this is data which we can take to extra degrees of accuracy, so it's continuous data. Before we move on to the next exercise, let's remind ourselves of some of the definitions associated with summary statistics. So remember, mean is the sum of the observations divided by the number of observations. The median is the value in the middle of an ordered data set. The mode is the data result that occurs the most often. And finally, the range is the difference between the minimum and maximum values. So now let's have a go at review exercise 3. We are required to find the mean, median, mode and range of the data shown in the frequency table on your screen. We have the number of chocolate bars consumed per week, and we have the frequency of that number. So the mean is 5 times 0 plus 7 times 1 plus 8 times 2 plus 1 times 3 all over the sum of the frequency, which is 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 1. And tidying up gives us that the mean is equal to 26 over 21, which is equal to 1.2. And now for the median. Remember, we need to find the position of the median first. And this is given by the number of values plus 1 divided by 2. So the number of values we have is the sum of the frequency, which is 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 1. And of course, as part of the formula, we have plus 1 at the end, all over 2. And this is equal to 22 over 2, which equals 11. So the median is in the 11th position. And the 11th value lies in this category, which has been highlighted in red. Therefore, the value of the median is equal to 1. And now for the mode. The mode, remember, is the data result that occurs most often. So we're looking for the highest frequency. And that occurs here as shown. The highest frequency is 8. Therefore, the mode is 2. And the range. This is the difference between the minimum and maximum values. So range equals max minus min, which is 3 minus 0, which is of course equal to 3. This brings us to the end of this session. If you have understood its contents, you should be able to categorize data according to data type, namely quantitative, which is discrete or continuous, or qualitative, which is nominal or ordinal. And also find the mean, median, mode and range of a set of data. Thank you very much for listening.